Hello everybody, I'm Pure Ben. Quite a while ago I bought a dick load of Games Workshop licensed video games with the intention of celebrating the greatness of Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000 and the way that the lore can come together to create a fantastic story for video games. However, Games Workshop do have a bit of a reputation for giving away their license to just about anybody, regardless of how good or not the final product is. Today I'm going to be reviewing Warhammer 40,000 Storm of Vengeance. It's definitely a game. Storm of Vengeance was originally a mobile game released for iOS and Android by Eutechnics Limited and then released on the Steam store. It's a lane game. You have 5 lanes that you can build at the end in most missions to provide you with resources and unit buildings. Resources come in 2 forms: Redemption, which is your basic requisition resource, and Resolve, which is the special resource for special units and certain abilities. Redemption is collected at the comm station and passively generated every few seconds. Resolve is an active ability that you toggle on your unit buildings in lieu of training units. For the Space Marines, unit buildings come in 3 varieties: Drop Pods, Storm Raven gunships, and Rhinos.
Look, Rhinos! Rhinos!
Thank you, Karen. Rhinos allow you to train Devastators with heavy bolters that do a lot of damage and can be upgraded to have crack grenades, plasma cannons and other buffs. These make them more expensive and take longer to build but can be toggled on and off to allow for strategy. Assault Marines are built in the Storm Raven and are good at close assault because they have chain swords. They can also be upgraded to have melter bombs, which are good against buildings and plasma pistols and the like. A special mention is that Dreadnoughts, walking tanks for the uninitiated, can also be deployed from the Storm Raven and are very powerful. But they cost 200 Redemption and 100 Resolve, which is very expensive and actually not really worth it. The resources will also be continually drained over time, which makes the Dreadnought really too expensive to field. More on this later. The last building is the Drop Pod, which builds tactical marines. You can outfit them with equipment such as frag grenades and abilities like sprint. Battles occur across lanes. You get 5 of them. Your unit buildings generate unit cards that represent your units. You drag the unit cards onto the lane and your unit appears. They then start walking down the lane, attacking enemies as they go, and then get into the end building. Once they destroy the end building, they take the lane. They can also fire across adjacent lanes as well to the enemies, but they won't do as much damage. Once you take the lane, you then take another and then another. Once you take 3 lanes, you then win. And you just rinse and repeat this for the entire game. As you can probably tell, I take a bit of a dim view of this game. There is a separate mission mode to the campaign and building resource units, and that's called Skirmish. In Skirmish you get a limited number of units. The enemy has a limited number of units too, so the best strategy here is to react to the enemy rather than act. Can I just say that the Adeptus Astartes do not react to the enemy? They are the actors. They charge forwards and leave the enemy reeling without any ability to react. So Skirmish is against the Codex Astartes.
Wretched heretics!
Soulstorm, did I or did I not throw you into the Eye of Terror?
Abominable traitors! Strike them down! No mercy!
There is a formula for this game. Basically, pick 3 lanes to attack. Keep pushing units on that lane without exception and you'll win. Always lead with 2 comm stations to maximise your chances of earning redemption. Then follow with a Drop Pod, then a Storm Raven, then a Rhino.
Rhinos!
Thank you, Karen. Keep about 50 redemption at any one time so you can rush units through. Coming back earlier to the Dreadnought point, they are useless. In this game you should be churning out units. Time is your enemy here because every time you have to wait for a unit, you are vulnerable. You need to control your lanes. Having a unit that costs so much in resources and drains them while you're using them is damaging to your game. The only time I ever actually came close to losing was when I was waiting for a Dreadnought. And let me tell you, when I used it, it sucked. So we've discussed the nitty-gritty of the game. The last point that I want to bring up is the price. So I bought this game on Steam for £1.99. However, if I wanted to buy it on the Google Play Store to play it on my phone or a tablet, I could pay £2.39 for whatever reason. So once you buy the game for £1.99, you can play the Dark Angels campaign and then complete it. It's not very difficult. Once you've done this, if you want to expand the game and you want to buy some DLC in order to replay the game again, you can pay £1.99 for the Imperial Guard faction, essentially rebuying the game again in order to play it as a different faction. I have a lot of difficulty with this particular concept. I'm not averse to DLC as a concept, providing it either changes the game up enough to provide you with at least several more hours of gameplay, or allows you to modify the game in some way. Aesthetics and skins, for example, are a great example to me. And I just said example twice, deal with it. So Shivering Isles DLC for Oblivion, this piece of DLC adds around 15 to 20 hours of gameplay, entirely new environments and ways to play the game. This is a very good value for money because the price of the DLC was about £12 on about a £30, £40 game, so pretty good. Another example would be buying skins in Heroes of the Storm. Now the game itself is free to play, but you can pay money to modify it to your taste and change aesthetics. This DLC supports a developer. Arguably Blizzard don't need that money, but you know, for a smaller game, then that's a great way of supporting the developer. Plus it means that you can get extra out of the game. You're not losing anything to begin with because the game itself is free. Okay then guys, that about wraps up this review. So, in this game we have talked about Warhammer 40,000 Storm of Vengeance. Personally, it's not a game that I enjoyed through this playthrough. I didn't enjoy the lane-based combat. I didn't particularly find myself engaged in the game itself. The story was weak and lackluster. It's just a couple of lines. The only thing that really kept me going is the fact that I'm actually doing a review about this, and because I actually really enjoy Warhammer lore. But there are so many better games out there that are admittedly quite a bit more expensive, but they do it so much better. So if you feel that you need to have a Warhammer game in your life and you want to spend £1.99 or however many dollars or euros it is, then feel free. It's not for me, it may be for you. You can buy it on Steam, you can buy it on iOS and Apple is iOS, I mean Google Play. But don't buy the DLC, it's really not worth it. A lot of it should be part of the game itself. In my opinion, the faction new DLC, yeah, alright, it's an entire expansion to the game itself, but should it be £1.99, the cost of the game itself? You need to ask yourself whether or not that's actually worth it. For me, it's not, I wouldn't buy it. For you, you may feel that it's worth your time and money. So, thank you for watching this video guys. I really hope you enjoy it. Please like, comment, subscribe, favorite and do all the other stuff if you feel that it's good for you. If you know friends that would like it or anything like that, that'd be great. And I will see you in the next video. Take care and bye bye. Okay, so there is an outro. If you want to see some more videos, check out the left side and click those videos playing now. They'll take you to some of my work. If you really want to, click that jiggly YouTube button to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like this video if you think it was good, as it really helps me out. Find me on the socials too, on Facebook and Twitter with links below. I post works in progress in my thumbnails on my Facebook page and inane tweets on my Twitter, so you'll be sure to want to see those. I even have a Twitch, so make sure to check that out too. See ya!